Okay, we're good.
I'm Bill Waller. This is my workshop you're in right now. We're going to take you to the showroom later on. I've been framing for 45 years or more. I've been in my own business 42 years. Started by apprenticing to about a dozen other builders and museums, workshops where we made frames. It's been my life. We start everything that we do now, we do from raw molding. This is some of our raw molding here. It's mostly bass and poplar. There's some walnut. We work with some other woods. We mill them. We have them milled in LA and Savannah and locally. We bring back old frames from history that have been out of circulation for a long time, and we try to design new frames that are of value, which is the hardest thing in the world to do, we feel is very noble. It's our love. It's our passion, and we want to show you around the workshop a little bit here. We have many methods of working. Sometimes we start in as basic a level as hand planing moldings with shapes from old 18th and 19th century wood planes, sometimes we use shapers or routers, but mainly our moldings are milled for us by others to our specifications, and then we gild or finish them. This is my great assistant, Nicholas Gargiulo, who I call Koto, and we've been a team for 8 years now. He does all the finishing and gilding. He's from Buenos Aires, and he had a shop in Spain for quite a few years, and we find that we work great as a team. These are little chips of the moldings that we use so we can match the finish to the samples we have in the showroom. It's very important to us to get the exact same finish that we show the client, although we do vary the finishes all the time to go with the artwork. And of course, one of the nice things about working this way is that we can have the piece of art in front of us on the bench and be matching the finish to the piece of work, so that we get something that's totally harmonious and works well with it. We do a lot of restoration of old frames, and lots of times there are pieces missing, and if we can't order spare parts, which is common, we have sources where we can order things pressed into 19th century molds. But if we can't get them, Koto and I come up with our own molds, and we cast spare parts for the pieces that are missing, and then finish and gild over it. We have a huge freezer that we keep full of composition, where the parts that we can obtain, of which there are many thousands of patterns, and we use those in the corners of frames. And let me show you one of those. These are examples of some of the composition I was talking about that we steam, and they adhere because they have rabbit skin glue in them that melts when they're steamed, and then they harden, and then we gild over them. We use a lot of this, so we do a lot of finessing of the corners. Our corners are always closed corner. They're always mitered and joined and then finished over, so there's no seam there. You don't see an unfinished look in the corner. Talking about our finishes, we try and use natural finishes. We stay away from all chemicals with an ENE ending on them. They're carcinogens. They're not nice to work with. We work with a lot of shellac, and basically the ingredient that we don't mind breathing is alcohol. And we do a lot with milk paints and other natural paint products. We make our own paints from dry color and varnish color, even temperas and casein-based paints. This is an early shot of me in Sam Malouf's class in 1973 at Penland, North Carolina, learning how to make hand-cutting dovetails in my early furniture making days.